Well, New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft is requesting a jury trial after turning down a plea deal for charges of soliciting sex. Kraft is pleading not guilty. He'll appear in court on April 9th, and police in Palm Beach County say the 77-year-old was among more than 200 people who paid for sex acts at a spa in South Florida. Here's what NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said about possible punishment for Kraft.
Personal conduct policy applies to everybody: commissioners, owners, executives, players, coaches. And it will be applied to everybody, but it will be done after we get all the facts. We have all the information, and we'll be fair and smart about it, and that's what we'll do.
I want to bring in John Breech. He's an NFL writer for CBSSports.com, and he joins me now from Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, so John, Goodell took full responsibility for enforcing personal conduct policy. So why is he hesitating if Kraft has already been charged?
Well, as Roger Goodell said, he does want to wait until all the facts are in, which could be a little confusing because the facts do seem pretty cut and dry in this case. Robert Kraft has been caught on video allegedly soliciting prostitution, which is why he's been charged twice. Now, the thing is, Kraft's attorneys are kind of building a case that says, hey, our client's Fourth Amendment rights were violated. They're probably going to try and get the video evidence thrown out of this case. So there's still some murkiness here, which is likely why Goodell wants to let the legal process play out before they hand out any punishment. Now, the important thing to remember here is that we've seen players in the past, and Goodell mentioned the personal conduct policy, that got suspended without getting hit with any charges, without facing any criminal charges. Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys got suspended 6 games. He was not charged at all with a crime. So there will be a lot of eyes on Roger Goodell once this Kraft case plays itself out.
Yeah, John, that was my next question. Players have criticized Goodell for how he's used the personal conduct policy in the past. So bottom line, is there a double standard here between how he's dealing with Kraft's situation and how he deals with the players?
Well, I think we'll definitely be able to answer that question once he hands out this punishment, because there's not a lot. This doesn't happen often where an owner gets in trouble. We haven't seen it since 2014 when Colts owner Jim Irsay got suspended for 6 games. And an interesting thing here is the Kareem Hunt case, the Chiefs, former Chiefs running back. He didn't get punished at all originally until video came out. All of a sudden, the Chiefs cut him. He gets suspended 8 games by the NFL. So Robert Kraft, in that sense, is kind of in the same situation where if the NFL were to let him off the hook and then somehow that video that Florida police have gets leaked out, that's not going to look good to the NFL. So it feels like they should be proactive in this situation, knowing that there is a video out there, rather than reactive like they've done in the past with players like Kareem Hunt and Ray Rice.
So could the way that Goodell deals with the Kraft situation affect the reputation, his reputation as the league's disciplinary enforcer in the long term?
Absolutely. You look at a guy who has an iron fist. He's come down on players multiple times during his tenure. And so for him not to do that to an owner would just be a complete double standards, and players would rightfully be upset. And that's definitely not something Roger Goodell wants hanging over his head, especially with collective bargaining agreement negotiations coming up in 2021, because the current CBA expires in 2020. And if Goodell has that hanging over his head, the NFL Players Association and the NFL are not going to be on the same page when those negotiations start.
And John, before you go, I want to ask you, this season the league is allowing coaches to challenge pass interference penalties. Is this a direct reaction to that controversial no call in this year's NFC Championship game, which was between the Saints and the Rams?
Yeah, absolutely. Saints coach Sean Payton went to the owners' meetings this week and was basically the Pied Piper. He was telling everyone this is a rule that needs to be passed. You saw what happened to us when our receiver just got knocked down. There was no penalty thrown on that play, and now coaches will be allowed to challenge that. If it happens with under 2 minutes left in a game, then it goes to instant replay review in the officials' booth. So this will fix a lot of mistakes that the NFL had. The league even admitted that the Rams should have gotten a call in the Super Bowl, that the Patriots got away with the pass interference in that game. So there are a lot of mistakes that can be fixed now with this new rule in effect.
John Breech, thank you for joining us, John.
Thanks, Rena.